Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
I'm Trevor Hankins.
I'm Rachel Wells.
And I'm Julia Cannon.
And you're on the air with Power Squared. This week we're going to talk about issue 16, which is coming out on the 15th of March. So this, if you're looking on YouTube, this is when today is the day this comes out.
Hey, yo.
So we thought we'd bring everybody together and talk about our fond memories of the story, which apparently nobody remembers.
What are we talking about?
What? What happens? Yeah. No. So as I was telling them before the show, that the first draft of this was 2014.
Yeah.
So it's been around for a while. It was finished everything in 2021. There's some minor edits this year, but it's coming out.
That's right.
And Rachel left.
I see Doug.
I'm so sorry. My eyes chose this exact moment to start being irritated. I'm just so happy. Issue 6 is coming out.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. It's okay, Rachel. Cry it out. It's okay.
To be honest, looking back on my time at Power Squared, I think 16 to 18 is probably my favorite arc. Just because, I like the sweet story of this guy and his Raven friend.
Okay. So
I'm excited to see it come out.
Oh, good. So are we, as a matter of fact.
Hey, yo.
I really like t-shirts for different colors. They're supposed to be the same. Anyway, I wash my more, I guess. Anyway,
Lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably
I
like.
think you're more exposed to the light than Paul is.
Yeah.
That could be part of it.
I've seen the light. No, I think it's just I've washed it more. Anyway. Because I wear it all the time. I'm kidding. So this is the story. We bring back Billy O'Shea from the first issue.
Yes.
Which I think is kind of cool. You remember in sort of a brief flashback in issue number 1, we see Billy O'Shea lifting a car off of his mother.
Yeah.
And so we brought him back.
And that, kid, is what we call foreshadowing.
That's right. It is. We had 2 villains and Billy in issue number 1.
Mm-hmm.
We brought them all back. Anyway, so Billy is accompanied by Raven,
Yes.
who is a...
Yadagarasu.
Thank you. And she is sort of the same sort of relationship she has with Billy that the boys have with Mocha to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And they've come back. They've come to San Ramiro to find the boys. And should we say anything more than that, or?
Not too much more than that. We don't want to give it away.
Okay. And I guess Mocha and Raven have their own history, which we talk about in that issue.
Yep.
Going back 100 years, and it's not a pleasant history.
Nope.
But they have history, right? Everybody
Yep.
remember that?
Yep. No, seriously, I remember I'm just getting flashbacks of coloring. I'm like, oh no. Oh no, is this where oh no. Oh, understandable. Have a nice day.
For readers at home, this arc does get pretty heavy. So Just as a warning. We can't say we didn't warn you.
It's like, I understand both sides, however, I'm gonna go with the bias.
So
I will say, oh sorry, go.
Go ahead. No, please talk.
I will say, though, however, when I was working on it, the moment I saw the panel of what we're talking about with the car, my brain just went wait a second, is this the boy? And then I actually had to skim through the first few issues again, because I skimmed through the comics the first time before I started, and I'm like, wait, no, is it? No. I was like, oh shoot, that's cool.
Yeah, so that was kind of a cool thing to bring back. Anybody have
It's
any?
there is relevance.
Yes, it's all kind of together. So you want to talk a little bit about the character designs that you did for it? Billy and Raven?
Yeah, so I designed Billy and Raven. They were both a lot of fun. When it comes to duos, I suppose I like to play on what makes them different. Billy is a very large person who's very no nonsense, a kind of person you don't want to get in a fight with at the bar, while Raven is very voluptuous and kind of uses her sexuality and her looks to her advantage. And she, she's like, she wears like nice clothing while Billy kind of wears like a ratty old flannel shirt. And it's kind of like he's a trucker, so I tried to make him look as truckerish as possible. And it was also fun kind of designing his kid self. I didn't quite get the same. It didn't get quite as fleshed out as his adult self, but I kind of enjoy making kids versions of characters to see like how different I can make them while still making them recognizable as the characters they are in the future.
Right.
Yeah.
So y'all will see that in issue 17, and these two were just a lot of fun to draw.
Well, good. And so we have Yagaratsu.
Yeah, Yadagrasu.
Okay. Can't never pronounce the names right. Do you remember why we chose that? It was just.
I forget exactly.
Okay. It was a few years ago that we came up with it.
I think the way I saw it, she's a raven, and foxes and ravens/crows tend to have like an age-long, what do you call it, rivalry,
Yeah.
like across different cultures and mythologies. So,
Yes, I was hoping we were thinking that at the time.
I imagine so.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what we were doing. Just trying to draw that, mythology forward into the modern era. Yeah, I it's kind of an interesting dynamic that they have. I think Raven and Billy.
Yeah.
A little more so. A little, she's. Well, I don't know how much we can actually talk about the story, but she's been with him a long time. More so than Mocha just sort of showed up.
Yeah.
In a way. And so Billy and Raven have more of a deeper bond in some ways. Is that possible? Or a longer term bond or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, they have like a deep bond, and meanwhile, like Mocha just shows up, and Mario's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?
Oh yeah, you
Get
can
out of
curse now
here!
on YouTube, so
Trying
it's
to
okay.
sleep."
It's okay, it's been over 8
True.
seconds.
Are we past 8 minutes? We're just past 8 minutes.
Wait, it's 8 minutes or
18
8 seconds?
18 seconds, isn't it? Or 8
Yeah.
seconds?
Oh, we're fine.
Yeah. Curse away
I've
like a
heard-
As
I
long
heard
as you
sailor.
don't
8
swear in the
minutes.
majority of the video.
Curse
That'll
away
be our
like a
one
sailor.
F-bomb. We'll be
Everybody
ready
gets
to
one.
leave.
Well, we counted on Rachel to have it. So Hugh out of the way. Yeah. I also like the fact that his powers are strength and punctuality.
Well, they're the most effective powers for a trucker, aren't they?
That's why he's a trucker. That's why he's the perfect trucker, because he's punctual and he can lift heavy stuff. I don't
That's
know why
true.
they show
think
that.
you think he gets employee of the month every month?
Actually, as sort of a footnote, I wrote a possible spin-off of those two, on the road kind of deal, and he's always making deliveries on time as part of his deal.
That would be so much fun. I would read the F out of that.
So there's like that one customer. It's like one day he's gonna be late by 1 second. Here it is, Charlie. 58, 59, delivery. Shoot!
Yeah. Actually, it's a little more serious than that, but
Yeah.
they have,
Well, I got an idea.
yeah. So anyway, it's out there. So maybe we'll get to that someday soon. All right. Anybody want to talk anything more about the issue? This is another short on the air.
And y'all ever just think about trucking as an occupation? I mean, this is highly off topic,
Sure.
but it's just like, it's often posed as like, oh, you can just be a trucker and earn so much money, and it's fantastic. But apparently, it's not fantastic.
Well, you're
Like,
on
you got
your-
these like really, really tough deadlines, and then you have to like, the tough deadlines cause truckers to speed, and that causes accidents. And I'm very paranoid about road things, so it's just like, ugh.
I would think it would be, unless you're trucking with somebody, you kind of could go insane just looking at this little white line down the middle of the street all day long.
That's true. Yeah. So maybe Billy's better off. with having Raven
Yeah.
as a little companion.
At least you have someone to talk to.
Yeah. I mean, it would help.
It's
I would.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have husband and wives truckers. You do hear about them occasionally,
Yeah.
but
Oh yeah.
'cause
I think you hear about like truckers with dogs or something. I could be a trucker if I had a dog.
you don't need Dom. Okay. If I had a dog, that's
I
all
didn't
need.
say it. I didn't say it.
Just piecing it together, Yeah, no, I would think it would be just really. You listen to a lot of radio, probably, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough work, but we owe a lot to them,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Salute to the
Yes.
truckers.
and that's why we made Billy a trucker because we're sitting. Whoever's carrying this might.
Alright, and in the
We
world of,
appreciate you.
I was gonna say, in the world of Death Stranding, delivery people are the only thing keeping America together. So.
Right. Yeah,
It's true. It's true.
but we, yeah, I think it was kind of a fun idea. And I'm glad we could bring him back, and I think the story arc will play out pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already
Yeah.
done. So yes, it plays out pretty well.
I think it also just shows I'm pretty sure like the readers they're already aware, especially with Dr. Atlas, like he's kind of a scumbag, not just towards the twins, but like obviously he's done other like scummier stuff either in the past and like present or like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So like just adding these two and it just kind of adds more emphasis on like yeah, Dr. Atlas isn't just like messing with you guys, he's actually a menace. So yeah.
So there's a bit of world building.
I like how you say readers, like there's people out there waiting. For
They listen. I'm just trying.
No, I like that. You can keep saying it. It's just wish it were true.
Yeah.
All right.
So what day does issue 16 come out?
March 15th.
The day
March
this goes up on
15th.
YouTube.
Yes.
So if
and-
y'all are watching live, you still have time to catch up.
That's right.
Go to
That's right.
powersquarecomicbook.com, go catch up, and you can read issue 16. But if you're watching this on YouTube, we won't
We're not
judge you, okay? We won't judge you if you're a little late. Just
Yeah.
like make sure you go read that, okay?
You go to the campus store,
That's right.
and there's a link to every issue and the 4 places that you can get them, which is Global Comics, which is a digital service, which you don't need to have a Kindle
Not
reader. Kindle, in case you're into that kind of thing, or you like Comixology.
Yeah.
And artithmeric.com, which is a slightly bigger version. And then on Indie Planet, where you can get it in digital and in print. So there's really no excuse not to buy it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Just like this podcast is.
So is that about cover it?
I think does that about cover it? Does anybody have anything else they want to say about?
Do the thing. I don't know.
It was,
Do
It
the
was-
thing.
it was a very easy issue to letter.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of action at the very begining, which is different from
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff we've done before.
That's what made it
True.
easy.
Why use words when you can use fists? That's what I would try to
do-
tell people.
Wow.
I always like the quiet moments. Both in this comic and just any other comic that I read, you appreciate the quiet moments. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Quiet moments. Okay.
And so May 15th, have a safe St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, sure.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drink responsibly.
And be sure to wear green if you don't want to get pinched.
Okay.
So if you're watching this on YouTube and you like this, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a comment below if you have any thoughts about this issue
That's right.
or
If-
prior
if,
issues.
If you've read it or any other issue, please leave a comment.
Yes.
All right. So until next time, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
Trevor Hankins.
I'm Rachel Wells.
And I'm Julie Cannon.
And you've been on the air with Power Squared.